quiet on set. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Should give you all the sync you need. Ben?
Hello.
I'm Dallin Silver, and this is a legally distinct parody of Hot Ones, the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. Today I'm joined by Ben Novak, our bachelor friend. He's getting married this December, and he decided he had the brilliant, wonderful idea to do the Hot One Challenge. So here we are. Ben, before we start, I have a little bit of words of advice from your fiancée, soon-to-be wife. And it's not good advice. Well, maybe it is. But she says, in this instance, Ben, you're totally out of your element. So if you want to... Excuse me. Try that again. In this instance, Ben, you are totally out of your element. And you will most likely suffer. So her advice to you is to go quickly so that you can suffer quietly in the bathroom as the bomb destroys you from the inside out.
Okay.
Ready to start?
Let's do this.
All right. So, wing, then question?
Yeah, sure.
First wing.
Convoluted. All right, first swing. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd buy that.
All right, Ben.
It's like a little bit spicy. I was expecting this to be like mild right from the start, but no, this is actually a little bit spicy.
All right, Ben. Cool. Pretty easy first question. How spicy do you like your food? How often do you get the spicy options when you're going out to eat?
Always.
Always.
Always. Yeah. I like Thai food because they give you like the number scale, and yeah, like when they ask on a scale of 1 to 10, like a 7's pretty comfortable for me, but I'm pretty sure I could take a 10. I just wouldn't want to eat a 10 for a whole meal.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I like spicy food. If I go to Chipotle, I get the hot sauce, and then I use Tabasco also on my burrito. So, let's do this.
All right. A little follow-up. How does Erin handle your spice adventures? Does she tell you it's a bad idea, try to talk you out of it?
So, I do most of the cooking, and yeah, Erin is not a fan of spice, so...
Opposites track.
Yeah, yeah, I have to cook mild, and I'll add spice later, so she doesn't hold it against me, she just thinks I'm a little crazy that I like things that hot. She
Right
actually
on.
tries to challenge herself to keep up with me.
Right on.
Alright.
Second wing.
Alright. It's like a lime jalapeno.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. That is also very good.
Mm-hmm.
It's even better than it smells. Mm-hmm.
All right. Next question. Do you remember the first episode of Hot Ones that made you think, I want to try this?
Probably the first episode I watched. The most famous ones were Paul Rudd's being interviewed.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got hooked on that, and then I watched Shaquille O'Neal eat Hot Ones, and I don't know, a bunch of basketball players and rappers, and I was like, I could probably do that. And then as I saw celebrities suffer but get all the way through, I was like, yeah, I want to see if they're acting or if this is the real deal. So probably the first episode, I just wanted to see what this is all about.
Awesome. So did you do any preparations then?
No, because if you watch the show enough, the host says there is no good preparation. So I'm just like, I'm just going to go into it, and we're going to see how we feel when we get to these over here.
Right on. Number 3.
All right. I'm kind of excited for this one. It's like oily.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's weird. Oh, it's actually spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's actually spicy.
Lots of pepper in that one.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
Well, as your sweat starts to fall down off your face, I think it's a good time to ask you a question about water in general.
Okay.
So, you're kind of a pool junkie. I've heard friends and family call you a fish in a man
swim.
costume. How did you become this way? What drove you to swim and lifeguard?
I was good at it. I wasn't good at a lot of other sports naturally, but there was a lifeguard that was telling me that I should race and stuff, and I've always been really competitive but swimming was the thing I was good at. So, yep.
So early on, you just had that drive, and it was just a fit.
I've always had a drive. Like, I'm competitive. It's just that was the thing I was good at. So,
Interesting.
All right. Yeah, that one's.
It's got some good flavor.
It's tasty, but that one's already got a kick.
All right. Number 4.
Number 4, barbacoa. A lot of people. This is a barbacoa hot sauce. A lot of people have liked my barbacoa lately. Like, it's been a recipe I've improved, so I'm curious how this tastes. Yep. It's like a smoky adobo. Yeah. Smoky and sweet.
I agree. Great flavor. All right, Ben. You and I, we've had a lot of conversations about dating, online dating, and there are some people that would probably benefit from your wise experiences in this field. So can you give me the three biggest lessons you learned while going through the grind of online dating to find Aaron?
The first lesson is finding Aaron was a journey, and online dating is miserable. But I'd recommend it to anybody trying to find someone or a partner out there. So I guess my first piece of advice was, it's not fun, and you still got to do it. You got to put yourself out there. So you're never going to be comfortable, and you're never going to be completely confident, and it's never going to be perfect. And you just got to put yourself out there. You just got to do it. The second advice, I guess, would just be you. If you try and make yourself just a generic version of a attractive guy, you're not going to get that many likes. You want to stand out, and you want to be the best version of you. And
That's true in real life as well.
And the third piece of advice is don't take selfies. That's probably the third piece of advice. For both sexes, don't take selfies.
There you go. It's a good one.
All right. Woo!
Number 5.
Number 5. This one, we've been smelling this one today. This is like ginger. This one smells the best out of all of them. There it is. Yeah, this one isn't that bad. This is good.
So you mentioned awkwardness in online dating. And we all know early on, there's always those little moments of awkwardness that make someone think, I think I've flubbed that encounter. Erin told me how on her first date with you, she went in for an awkward side hug that you were just clearly not okay with. So can you give me at least one little example of you being awkward and thinking, oh no, I ruined this? And maybe one where you thought you absolutely destroyed your chances.
So fun fact, when I was talking with Erin online before we met each other, she had long hair in all of her pictures, and she messaged me saying, hey, I'm going to cut my hair off, because she wanted to do something crazy, and she'd always wanted a pixie cut. So as I was sitting in pitch for our first date on like a Wednesday night, I was practicing my reaction to her hair because I knew she was going to be super self-conscious on how her hair looked. And so I was just sitting there the whole time. I'm like, I have to say it's pretty no matter what. And yes, she did look really pretty, but also she looked very different from the picture. So it was almost like it took me a second to recognize it. So as far as almost messing it up. I was just praying I didn't mess up the first reaction, because that's a really important thing when you meet someone, is those like first 3 seconds. And then yes, the side hug was like right after that. And yeah, I was the waiter put me in like a corner. I wasn't like completely against it. I was just more kind of upset that the waiter put us in this corner and I had to like awkwardly get out of this bench.
Gotcha.
To go for the side hug. And then like the first hour and a half of that date was a little, we both kind of had our walls up and it took a little bit to go down, but then she started talking about Star Wars and
Star Wars
how
brings people together.
how she liked episode 8 and I do not like episode 8. And we argued for about an hour, but that was actually pretty fun. And but yeah, that last hour of that date, just arguing about nerdy stuff and talking about nerdy stuff when the walls came down. Yeah, that made it a lot easier.
Right on. And no experience where you thought you absolutely threw it away?
But she left for 2 weeks to go to Disney World after like the second date that we had, and we were not 100% like sure if this was going to continue. So I was sweating quite a while she was on that vacation, but we kept texting. And the third date, even though it didn't end up at the spot we had planned for, went really well. And yeah,
right on.
We kept going.
Good.
That's another thing. It's just, it doesn't happen immediately.
Another good piece of advice from Ben. All right. Number 6.
Number 6. What is this one? Tiki hot masala. So I'm guessing this is like an Indian one. My lips are tingling already. Like there's already a bit of numbing going on. I didn't think that was going to happen this soon. That tastes like a curry.
All right, let's do something a little more fun.
Okay.
If you and Aaron were trapped on a desert island, what 3 items would you bring? What 3 items would she bring?
3 items. For her, she'd bring her iPad, because she's currently doing a graphic novel, and I feel like she kills a lot of time doing that. She can't bring her whole bookshelf, so the iPad's probably a good thing. She'd need her glasses, because she'd be blind without her glasses. And sunscreen, because she always tells me to wear sunscreen, so I know that'd be very important for her if we were stuck on an island. I don't want to say food, because as soon as it's gone, it's gone. I'd bring something to cook with. I'd bring my cast iron pot. Yeah, I need to do that. She'd be pissed, and I would be very sad if I didn't bring my cat Rainer. And
gotta bring the pets.
Yeah, and oh boy, I can't think of a third thing right now. This is actually hitting a little bit slower, and it's building.
The lips are starting to burn for me as well.
I'm gonna make sure I'm not cross-contaminating. And do you need a napkin?
Yes, please. Getting a little sloppy over here.
Oh boy.
All right.
Yeah, that one was that's a slow build right there.
Whoa, careful.
Yeah. Still haven't done a drink. We're good.
Me either. Are we gonna try and tough it out, or you think one of us is gonna crack?
You don't have to. You're not the professional, but I'm seeing how far I can go.
All right.
That one's hot.
I'll go as far as you, sir.
Number 5 is hot. It gets, oh boy.
Number 7.
Number 7. What is this one? Hotter than love burns.
Fitting.
Okay. What's in this? There's a lot of hot peppers. That's all this is. And vinegar. Okay. Oh, that's right on the lips. That's one thing about all of these is they hit you in different parts of your mouth. That one's on the lips.
A lot of
instantly.
This next one's going to be a sort of a two-part question, and I'm going to bring it back around to the first part, but I think you'll see what I mean. So, doing things as a couple is healthy for any relationship. You spend time together, get to know each other more, find out hobbies and interests. However, what are some things that you like to do together with Erin that she's not a big fan of and does to make you happy?
And going to the gym, that's instant. She always tells me that I have to force us to go to the gym. Like, I'm the encouraging thing there. So, yeah, probably going to the gym. It's not that she hates working out, and I really like going to the gym with her. It's just, it gets us out of the apartment and something to do, and I'm pretty knowledgeable at it. And so, yeah, going to the gym is the thing for her. Yeah. This one's hot. Yeah.
So, the second half of this question is a little roundabout. So, you've developed this life as a lifeguard, worked your way up. You've literally saved a child's life with CPR, and now you're doing the wings of death. You seem incredibly fearless in the situation when it calls for it. And Erin told me she really enjoys scary movies. You, however, couldn't handle the horror classic Alien.
No.
How do you describe the differences in these two kinds of fears? One that's you watching something versus one where you have to act.
I don't know, when you have to respond to like an emergency where like an ambulance is required or I'm drooling. It's different. Like, first off, you got the adrenaline and everything's going really slow. And like all the background noise kind of goes silent. But the other and like you just tell yourself you have to do it. I always picture people when they need help as like a broken robot, and I'm just there to fix them or package them up. Horror movies are just messed up, and they're made to just get in your head and mess with your head. Like Paranormal Activity, all the bad creepy stuff happens with the lights on, and that breaks the rules. And I just don't get the joy of being scared of something. And I like having peace of mind.
So it's almost not a fear that you feel in those extreme situations.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a desire to go.
Yeah, just this one's going right now. It's getting hotter. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh man.
So for this next one, I'm going to pull up a couple photos, which might take me just a moment.
Okay, this is infamous. If you ever watch the show Hot Ones, this is the one that puts people, down on their knees. That last one was pretty bad, though.
Mm-hmm. That's still burning.
Oh, yeah.
I'll cut some of this out, I'm sure. All right. Let's see here if I can find them. I should have saved them. This is my fault.
I'm fine.
You're fine. You're taking down the wings of death. You're good.
We just got the 3 hottest ones to go.
All right, this next segment is called Explain That Gram, where unfortunately I don't know if Ben has an Instagram, but I found some goofy photos on his Facebook that we're going to show, and he's going to tell me the bigger story. So what's going on in this photo?
Where I'm being eaten by a polar bear?
Yes. Oh, the wing.
We have to eat the wing.
We have to eat the wing. I'm sorry, I got a little ahead of myself.
Yeah,
So think about the polar bear while
okay.
we face down to bomb.
Okay. Not immediately, but I can tell it's doing something.
Whew.
Mm-hmm.
So being eaten by a polar bear.
So being eaten by a polar bear. That was actually a pretty good vacation. We went to Vegas, and like my family went to Vegas. Me, my brother, and sister, I don't think we were old enough to gamble yet. Like, we went to quite a few shows and stuff, but that was at, like, the Coca-Cola shopping place. And the thing I remember most about that animatronic bear thing was that the jaw actually like hurt my scalp when it bit down, and I was like, oh, this isn't actually funny. Like scraped my head, but yeah, that's.
Here's another photo, an incredibly cute one.
Oh, the dinosaur photo. So us in the dinosaur onesies. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'm gonna go for it.
All right, so us in the dinosaur onesies. Oh man. So that one took a bit.
Yeah, it did.
Oh man. Okay, that lives up to its name.
Yep.
Basically, the dinosaur onesies. Aaron loves dinosaurs. There was a sale on Amazon, and I was like, "Do you want matching dinosaur onesies?" I bought the dinosaur onesies. And then there was like a Halloween night at the zoo, and we got to use our dinosaur onesies, and yeah, she loved me for that, and willing to do goofy stuff for her, and that was a goofy thing. Oh man.
Ooh. Haven't gone for it yet.
But that's as bad as advertised.
That is rough. That is rough.
It is not on the first bite.
No.
No. It keeps building. It's like you get a wave, and then you kind of get used to the wave.
And it hits you again.
And then it hits you again. Oh man.
Whew. Let's get that out of here.
Oh, okay.
Whew.
I'm sorry, Dallin.
I signed up for it.
I'm gonna need fresh napkins.
Get them now. Whew.
Okay. That's still bad. It's still bad.
It's rough. Whew.
People complain about the taste. I don't think the taste is that bad. It's not great, but it's not that bad. Whoa.
All right.
What is that?
Number 9. Scorpion Disco.
Scorpion Disco. Alright, instantly you just see Trinidad scorpion peppers and ghost peppers and chocolate peppers and okay. Apples. Oh man, this is a mind versus matter.
All right. Ben, you've seen so many friends get married.
I should not have eaten that whole last wing.
Me either. You've seen so many friends get married. You were practically the embodiment of always a bridesmaid
That's
or
tasty.
groomsman, never a bride. When did you know that you wanted to get married? When did you decide that was something you wanted? And when did you know it was Aaron that you wanted to marry?
So, there's a lot of parts to that question. I guess the first part of like, when did I decide I wanted to be married? A lot of kids grow up and they say like, I want to be a doctor or I want to be a lawyer or a comedian. And in the back of my head, like I always had a troublesome time answering that question because I never was like terrible at anything. I was like, I could probably do most of these things. But I knew I always wanted to be a husband. Not even like necessarily a dad. Like my stance has always been if my future wife ever wants kids, like I want to be a dad and I'll be a good dad. But I've always wanted to be a husband. Like that's always been my goal in life. So it's happening. As far as like, what was the other parts of the question?
So you described when you knew that you wanted to be married young. So when did you know that Aaron was someone you wanted to marry?
When I know Aaron was the one. Like I said, it wasn't immediately, but after going on all these online dates, I took all of Omaha out to dinner. And I dated a whole spectrum of, I went on dates with a whole spectrum of girls, and this one's bad too.
It took a minute to.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's annoying when it takes so long. You're just like,
Yeah.
oh, it's not that bad, and then it becomes becomes worse.
But I was constantly, I had like check boxes, and I was constantly like, I don't know, letting my standards go away in a sense. And as I got to know Erin, and I kind of knew from the start, I was like, she kind of checks all the boxes, and still to this day, and like the more we get to know each other, I'm like, oh, I got real lucky, and I didn't have to make any sacrifices on what I was looking for, and so when did I know Erin was the one? We were watching a Japanese horror survival film called Battle Royale at my place. And she enjoyed it quite a bit because she likes bad films. And I was like, and I think it was there where I was like, okay, I'm going to be spending a lot of time with this girl. So,
Right on.
yeah, after watching the Battle Royale, which is just like the original Hunger Games, yeah, that was the night. Okay, yeah,
All right, Ben.
all right,
You know the tradition.
yeah.
And for those at home, it's tradition to put a little bit of the last dab on the last dab wing.
My ears are really burning right now.
Me too.
Yeah.
I did not expect that.
Ears
I'm
are
glad
really
you
burning.
said that. Whew.
Eyes are fine. Usually, like, wasabi sauce and stuff hits my, like, nose, like, when I have, like, the Chinese mustard at, like, Chinese places, and sinus stuff hits me hard, but none of this stuff has hit my sinuses too bad. Should probably put a dab on.
Don't have to if you don't want to.
Oh. We're here.
Oh.
That's pretty big. Okay.
That was a big last dab, sir.
Okay.
All right. Cheers.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
In the words of Paul Rudd, look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Yep. Some people say that's tasty.
It's got a little bit of sweetness in the beginning that's nice, or citrusy.
Oh, I think that does not taste good. That tastes worse than the dab. Or the bomb. Oh, man.
All right, Ben. We've eaten 10 wings. Spice is flowing. We're sweaty. Our ears are spicy somehow. But I want to know about your future. 10 wings. I want to know where you and Erin are in 10 years.
Well, hopefully married.
That's the first goal.
Yeah. I love her. Like I said, she's perfect for me. She checks all the boxes. Yeah, I know she wants kids, and I know I'm good with kids, so probably in 10 years we'll have at least a child, hopefully, and yeah, we'll still be married and thinking about the next 10 years.
All right. Ben, you did it.
I did it.
You did it, Ben.
I did it too. Oh, boy.
You didn't drink anything.
I didn't drink anything. No.
I had to
Oh.
cave. You want to now?
Yeah.
Cheers. Good
Cheers.
job, buddy.
Oh boy.
Oh. Kill it.
Okay.
Good job, everybody.